Global greetings, friends. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Danelle Boyles of the United States, author, educator, international humanitarian, and intercultural advocate. And this is where we get into conversations that are launching pads for life change and inspiration. Today, I have joining me for a very enlightening conversational interview Rashid Mahmood of Pakistan. Rashid is an associate professor of English literature at Government Graduate College, and he has more than 30 years of experience inspiring students through literature and creative expression. So I'm looking very forward to bringing this gentleman's experience to you today, as he has been one that has brought a lot of emotion and learning growth to poetry and writing and literature. But I am going to bring Rashid on and let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit more about himself. Rashid, welcome to Let's Talk About It. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, and it's really a matter of great pleasure for me for finding an opportunity on speaking to such a grand platform. And you yourself, as I have been told, you're very busy person. And
Thank you.
as far as my introduction is concerned, you have already told that I'm associate professor at Government Graduate College Tandlianwala, which is in Pakistan. And as you have already told, been teaching for 30 years, more than 30 years.
Wow.
And teaching has always been a pleasure for me. And as far as the poetry is concerned, my particularity in teaching and students' attraction towards me is on the basis of poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And poetry to me is a humanitarian device that
Absolutely.
can attract the people more than any other part of literature. So, as you have been told that I belong to a literary family from my earlier boyhood or childhood, I found a literary atmosphere from my great granduncles and to my uncles and my mother. And they gave me a literary atmosphere. I was born among the books, you can say.
Fantastic.
So
Yes, you
thought
come
provoking,
from a very long line of literature experts, don't you?
yes, yes. And I'm duly encouraged by my students, and they are following my footsteps, and they have inspired me, and their inspiration is letting me go forward, and, nurturing more thoughts and inviting them towards critical thinking, creative thinking.
Yes, very wonderful. Yes. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm sorry, if you could speak just a little bit louder because I can hear you, but it is difficult to hear your audio just a little bit. So can I ask you a few questions about yourself and your profession and experience that you've had throughout your years of working in a college? College level literature is a whole different level of literature. So it's I guess to begin, you do come from a very remarkable family history of literary, like poets. From reading your biography, your great grandfather was very much a literature expert and a poet. And so, did he have published writings?
Actually, my great grandfather, not grandfather, great grandfather,
Yes,
he
your
was a
great grandfather.
Punjabi Sufi poet. Punjabi Sufi means mystic poet.
Hmm.
And the mysticism is always that a mystic takes humanity as one community. They do
Hmm.
not differ communities among the basis of religion, class, or color. They say that all the creations of God are equal, and there is no distinction on the basis of any religion, on the basis of any caste or color or region or any ethnicity. So I have in my blood that same passion to see, to look at the people as one without making any distinctions because of these differences. With
Mhm.
our false society under the materialism, under the false conception of greed, avarice, and jealousy, and other nefarious attitudes, we have been developing into the wrong form of our society. We are giving it a wrong direction. So mistakes are the people who are redirecting those dwindled humanity towards the right path.
Mhm.
So humanity is one. That is the message from my ancestors, and I am also trying to convey that very message.
Wonderful. It's a very enriching history, very enriching family history.
Yes, yes, no doubt.
So, you know, after hearing this and having so many generations of literary proficiency in your history, how has this like really shaped your journey as a poet, a teacher, and a scholar?
So as a teacher, actually primarily I am a teacher, and as I was nurtured in the literary atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
so teaching was a tool. Poetry was a tool that made my teaching easier and making my messages to convey in a more proper form. So poetry is a tool and teaching is my profession.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fortunate enough that I have been given the students who have always followed me without
Mm-hmm.
making questions, without putting me in doubt. So their inspiration, their positive attitude has always nurtured my being. So I am getting pushed by my students year by year by all the educating atmosphere that I am getting, I am having. And especially, I would dedicate all my creative learning to my mother. She was not a poetess, but she learned so many poems, so many poems, so many verses of Urdu and
Yeah.
Punjabi and Arabic. So I felt at ease. So it was not a what a strange thing. It was
Mm-hmm.
quite natural. It was quite felt that poetry is my home ground. So it was a primarily it was a tool to smother the tumultuous feelings into a harmonious whole.
Yes. So, thank you for sharing all of that. I hope our listeners and our watchers can, understand the level of experience of literary culture that is in this family. Um, it runs very deep. As an associate professor of English literature and having 3 decades of experience, which, I'm not too far behind you in the educational experience. I've got about 25 years. And whenever you are in a profession for that long, it just is innately like part of it's just who you are. But, what inspires you the most for, your mentoring of young individuals that are looking to be encouraged and inspired in order to develop their appreciation of creative literature?
Well, I'm fortunate enough that at home I found my father very encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, my uncle Bashir Ahmed, he was a great poet. And as far as formal teaching was concerned, I got in my primary education, Sir Shaukat Sir, he was such an encouraging lot that I feel that all my present progress is due to him. And in my higher studies, I got Professor Sarwar Qureshi at Government Islamic College Civil Lines, Lahore.
Mm-hmm.
And he was such a mentor. He was such a person to prune a person and make it a diamond from a coal.
Yeah.
So he was a person who, who made the diamond from a coal. And he found that the person in me he found some elements, and he encouraged me and guided me, and he taunted me wherever I was in mistaken. So these three personalities, my father, Sir Shaukat, and Professor Sarwar Qureshi, so they are the persons who made me whatever I am.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing all of that. Your poetry collections, you have two books, correct? And you have a third one that's in the process of being, is it in the process of being published, or are you currently working on the third one?
Well, well, the Unsaid and the Tangled Bows. These two books I had published almost 10 years ago. And this is a
Hmm.
gap. 10 years is a huge gap. And
That's okay.
yeah,
Sometimes there's gaps in our work.
so this gap was building. This was making process. It was improving me. It
Hmm.
was redirecting me to become more humble and become more down to earth and more humane and get into touch with the humanity
Hmm.
without shutting all the differences, all all false statements, false concepts of our society. So I have been getting deeper with the time, and you will see in the upcoming books
Hmm.
that I feel even the person who is sitting upon the footpath,
Hmm.
and he looks to be an absolutely unimportant person in worldly matters. So I give him importance that he is the creator of God, and he has been taken. We have been given same responsibility about that obviously forsaken personality.
Hmm.
That we must make it that much important that we give worldly so-called giants, materialistic, prosperous personalities. So our importance must be given to the person who are discarded, who are been sidelined, who have been marginalized by our society. So those people should be given primary importance if we want to make this earth a livable place, a serene place, a peaceful society. So these are the people who are deprived one that much important personalities of sections of the people that without performing, without reforming them, we
Hmm.
want to convert this place, this earth into a peaceful place.
Wonderful. So the books are named The Unsaid and Tangled Boughs, and they explore social injustice, human emotions, complexities of like self-discovery, which you just mentioned, that you took a period of time
So
to kind of rediscover yourself. And so, are there what personal experiences and observations inspired these themes, and what do you hope that your readers take away from your work?
personal experience is the same that one goes through in the process of building the personality.
Hmm.
According as T.S. Eliot would say, education and individual talent. So I also totally agree with him that man dies from personality towards impersonality. So he becomes eternal, he becomes divine light. That is the northern view of man's personality. So building the personality is a good thing, but that is a good thing to start with. And when we step forward, when we go on, when we
Hmm.
try to assimilate ourselves with the realities of the world, with the things which are not harmful. We have to be friendly with the air. We have to be friendly with all the characters of nature, whether these are trees, whether these are flowers, whether these are breezes, with the cold wind, with the sea waves. these are so great manifestations and activities that we would like to feel ourselves in attachment with the objects of nature. So when we are slowly learning these natural elements, man, human beings are much greater than that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are my developmental phase.
Hmm. We're having some technical difficulties, guys. Audio was cutting out somewhat on that last part, and we've now lost visual with Rashid. So we'll wait just a moment, and hopefully his data will pick back up, and he can rejoin us, and maybe we'll have a clearer audio. Okay. All right. Welcome back.
So there was slight disruption. Okay, okay.
Welcome back. Yeah, we had a little bit of audio lag there in that last part, but hopefully they can understand the importance of what you're saying. I can understand every few words, so hopefully we have a little bit of a better signal now. But thank you for sharing all
Okay.
of that. A lot of our self goes into our writing and how you view and experience the world and all of your experiences, and it's very passionate to put your heart and soul into a book. So I do hope that before we close out here in a little while that you can recite a piece for us that you have written. So currently you are compiling your third poetry collection that we had mentioned. Can you tell our readers and our viewers a little bit about what they can expect from this new book that you're writing? Like what kind of motivational messages that you have? What do you aspire for this
Okay.
this book to be?
Actually, the message as I have just clarified that I want to create similarity,
Mm-hmm.
one a sort of harmony between man and the rest of the objects of nature,
Mm-hmm.
whether these are sun rays, whether it is moonshine, star glow, or the air, the sea waves. Uh, the way P.B. Shelley mentions all these natural elements, which were part of his liberty. So I also want to create similarity, harmony between man and the rest of the creatures and objects of nature. So that would be the subject matter of the third book. And moreover, another book we are compiling with one of my great disciples, my student, and my friend, Mr. Shahid. We are making a collaborative effort, and that would be a collaborative outcome. Hopefully, within the next few months, that would also appear.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Collaborative books are always such a plethora of a collection of just experience and knowledge and different lives. I've been in most of the books that I've been in are collaborative books, and they bring together such a colorful arrangement of individuals and their experiences. So best of luck with that, and I look forward to
Thank you
you know
very much.
to
Thank you.
yeah, of course. I look forward to seeing your completed work. So, having spent over 30 years inspiring students through innovative, teaching and motivational poetry, what type of message would you like to give to, as an inspiration to other writers and young people who wish to make a meaningful contribution to literature and society?
Okay, Mr. Boyle. Actually, my message is that this world is, as materialistic world, is making people more and more crazy. They are hankering after wealth. They are hankering after self benefit, personal benefit. And
Mm-hmm.
in that pursuit, they are neglecting everything, neglecting all the sources of real pleasure, internal serenity, and calmness. So, my message has always been to the students that try to live a simple life and try to be much caring about your surroundings, about your people at home, and your neighbors, all the members of the society, and at least the people whom you are interacting with as a student, as your class fellows, as your neighbors. So try to look at them and try to deprive them, meet out their deprivations and help them. So that is life. And stop gathering things, stop accumulating things which are really the source of trouble for man. And these are the sources of anxieties of the modern times, all the tensions and all the things that you have to take sleeping pills in order to make your night properly sleepy. So actually, the cause is that we are hankering after the things which are not needful, and we are neglecting the things which are really the matter for life.
Mm-hmm.
So try to do the needful and stop attending the things which are not needed at all.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful, wonderful, inspiring advice and, and support to inspiring future literary experts out there in the world. So, do you have, let me ask you just a couple of simple things about just life in general. Um, what is your favorite thing about Pakistan?
Sorry, please repeat it.
Yeah, about your country. What is your favorite part about living in your country?
So the things that I just mentioned, inequality and distinction among the people and religious fanaticism. So these are the things which need to be attended, and
Mm-hmm.
perhaps we have not been successful in mitigating these things and all the deprivations of the people on the basis of inequality and we distinct people on the basis of religion, caste, color, ethnicity, and moreover the corruption, financial corruption and other corruption. These are the stigmas of our society, which are being made, uh, struggled against. We are struggling against them. There are so many problems, but even then we are going with the hope that a time would come when we'll also be able to present a society that is that would be exemplary for the others, for the
Mm-hmm.
world communities, and we are hopeful that God may enable us to create an atmosphere where people wouldn't fear to come. They would
Absolutely.
like to watch our society and they would take us good people, inshallah.
As you say in your language, mashallah.
Inshallah.
So, as we start to close out, can you share one of your poetry pieces with us? Would you recite one of your writings, please?
Okay. So this poem has been included in my collection, The Unsaid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a rhymed poem, very short poem.
Okay.
Blank is life's page, nothing yet is writ. Choices are so many, to no one do I fit. Words for you, like sword do me hit. Outer light of no use, if inside not lit. Blank is life's page, nothing yet is writ. Thank you.
I love that. Life is a blank page. It's very true. Very true. Every day is a new start. Well, I thank you so much for you taking the time to join us today. I am always inspired and amazed by other individuals who filter so many other individuals through their lives and experience, and assisting and transitioning them to the next step and phases in their life. And being an associate professor, you have a lot of lifelines that come through your hands, and the inspiring, not just education, but experience, um, everything that you transpose throughout their educational career is very important for where they are going to go in their future. So, I thank you for all of your years of dedication to
Thank you
education.
very much for giving me an opportunity for speaking
Of
with such a
course,
great people like you. Hopefully, this connectivity will carry on in the days to come, inshallah.
it's my pleasure. Thank you. Um, do you have anything else that you would like to share before we close out our conversation today?
Yeah. In the days to come, inshallah, I will try to be in literary connectivity with you through my friends who have been a, a connection by introducing me to you.
Mhm,
Through them and directly, I will try to share all my literary findings, literary creativity with you.
mhm.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today. All right, everyone. If you want an opportunity to check out Rashid Mahmood's writings, you can find them in The Unsaid and Tangled Boughs and future publishings to come. And I thank you all for joining us today. And I hope you take away some wonderful growth and expansion from our conversation. And just remember to keep learning, expanding those minds, hearts, and horizons. And until next time, namaste. Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Rashid.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, dear. Take care, everyone.